Have you ever gotten that position in life where it seems like everything is like heavy weight on your shoulders, like you're doing too much at one time? What the fuck's going on? It's like, you know, your days are fucking scrambled. You just don't know, and you got a workload. I have too much fucking work. That says, what the fuck? A lot of times I take work in because that I can trust. I will have an employee here and say, hey, they know what they're doing. Let's take another job in. But by the time we get involved in the job, proceeds to be a fucking job that says we need to keep working on it, that employee's gone. He doesn't work here anymore because they were here. Because I took jobs in. I took jobs here because they were here. And then what happens, I get stuck with these fucking jobs. I get stuck with these fucking jobs for myself to finish. As we walk out into the shop, we're gonna look at some vehicles, and we're gonna work on a vehicle today that have been here for a very long time, for a very long time. I would say six months past due. Hopefully, we're gonna get some work done on that. I'm literally gonna close my shop down for a week just to work on this fucking car so we can get this fucker done, get her done right. I don't understand what the situation is because they don't give a fuck. As far as responsibility goes in life, don't give a fuck. People try to show you responsibility, they try to. Don't give a fuck. But in the end, they're not. They are responsible persons. To lay it on you that we're talking about past employees. If you've been watching SWRC, DIY Auto School for a very long time, you'll know what employees I'm talking way back to 4, 5, 6 years ago. I've had employees come and go, pours water out of the water faucet on a hot summer fucking day, like the fucking water faucet. And I'm the one that gets stuck with this shit because it's my shop. I can't let customers down. That's not my fucking angle. My angle is to start something and finish something and get her done. Let's go outside and see what the fuck we're working on now. Alright, let's go over here and look at that car we were talking about. We got a lot of fucking cars here. Which one are we talking about? What the fuck? But what we're talking about here, we're talking about a 34 Ford Street Beast convertible. This car right here. Now, the situation we have is this car came in approximately 9.5 months ago. I had an employee here. Actually, I had 2 employees, not just one. I had 2. One name was Lucci, the other one was Loser, Tony. I told the owner, come on, bring him in. Let's get your car done. Lucci, he can go fuck off. He's not here anymore. Loser, he's number 2. He can go fuck off. He's not here anymore. And that's the situation you have when you have employees here and you trust that they are going to be here and work for you while you are working on cars that you brought in for them to work on. Because me personally, I would rather fucking work on one fucking car, one car at a time, and when it's done, then you can bring your other car over, or somebody else can bring a car over. If we look right here, this is a 69 Mustang Mach 1. This is a one-owner fucking car. It's an on-frame style restoration car. Turned out to be a lot more work than what we thought due to the rear quarter panels being replaced. Of course, now we got to replace these panels here, which is very, very major. We've already done extensive work to this car, and you can't even tell it because it looks like it's just a junkyard car sitting here collecting dust. But this car here, this was another employee action car. I took this car in because I had an employee here that was willing to work, that has been here for over a year and was learning his way down the ropes. Who was that fucking employee when this car showed up? It's a guy named Charlie. We called him Jailbird. We called him Scrappy. We called him Charlie the Jailbird, Scrap Iron Charlie. He was working here. He decided to call me on a Saturday and not even talk to me. It was a Saturday night, left a message and said, hey, I got another job. I won't be coming back to work. But he was the type of guy that, hey, my friend Pete's gonna help you. You need rehabilitation. Nobody will hire you because you just got out of prison, so let my friend Pete stand up and stick up and put the pole in my fucking ass to help you, pal. Let me do that. that's what exactly happened with this car right here. Because if Charlie wasn't here, I would have never taken this car in. I would have told the owner of this car, I'm sorry, I can't do it. I don't have time to do it. This car here, this is another fucking car that I took in because of employees. This was a loser situation. Mr. Tony, fuck off, fuck, dude. This is the guy that said, I've been here for over a year. I know how I can do that. Let me strip it down to bare metal. Let me rough all the bodywork in, and then you come back and finish it out. My fucking ass. He didn't do nothing but fuck that car up. I ended up fucking fixing everything on it because he does not fucking work here no more. And these motherfucking employees, they don't give a fuck. They don't give one rat fuck about you. Don't think they fucking do, because they don't. All they care about is their fucking paycheck, like they own the fucking place, and when they can come and go, and if you don't like it, fuck off. I've been in business for 32 years. I've seen them come and go like fucking rats in the corner and flies in the summer. So the owner of this car is on his way here. This guy actually lives in Arizona, and this car actually should be done. It should be a done situation, a done deal by now. It's been here 9.5 months, going on 10, maybe 11 fucking months on this thing, and you can see that we really don't have much done to it except maybe bolting on some parts and mounting the body. We still got to put the air conditioner unit in under the dash. We got to put the wire harness in. We got to put the fucking power windows in and the remote entry doors and all the other fucking shit that goes along with it. I got to hook the fucking shifter up. I got to hook the emergency brakes up. I got to wire the whole fucking car still. I still got to do all that. This is a big major fucking job here. A big job that says I would have never taken this job if I knew these motherfuckers were gonna stick it in my fucking ass. I can tell you this though, after 32 fucking years, I ain't taking shit in. I'm gonna finish the fucking jobs I got here. I am going to get down to 1 or 2 cars, that's it, and that's all I'm taking in. I'm not gonna overload myself with work. I'm not gonna take jobs in because I wanna be Mr. Nice Guy, because Mr. Nice Guy doesn't pay off. And the only one that gets fucked in the ass is you. You, me, whoever the fuck you want to call it, you're the one that gets fucked in the ass for being the nice guy, nobody else. This is a situation where you can't even sleep at night because of the problems. You can't even fucking have a weekend off because you're here working. Let's get to work on this 34 coupe. We got a lot to do on it. Let's go through it. Let's get her done. We're taking 4 fucking days of our time off. We're gonna bust our fucking ass. We're gonna get her done and do it right. Alright, so without further ado, let's go ahead and start building our 34 convertible. Like I said, we're going to do all this shit in 4 days. And it's going to be a lot of fucking work, but we're going to get her done. So the first thing I'm going to go ahead and install, I'm going to go ahead and install the transmission cooler. Now what this is called a dual bypass transmission cooler. And what that means is if you look at this end right here, you can see that 2 holes come out one end. That means it goes down and then comes back up. So it's a dual bypass. If you are going to use an external oil cooler of any sort, this is the kind to get. I believe this is a 18-inch. This is the 18-inch cooler. This is more than plenty to cool the transmission down as the owner of this vehicle is driving his car. And then of course to hook that up, you're going to need some high pressure line. I use this black basic fucking hydraulic line right here. I believe that's half-inch hydraulic hose. And then these are the fittings that we're going to use. These fittings right here, this is a 90 degree, and it's got the 1/4-inch flared nipple on it that will screw into the transmission and also into our oil cooler. Now we have to get some adapters from pipe fitting to flare fitting, which that won't be no big deal. And also on the bottom of the tranny down here, if you look right there, now I'm backing it off, there's our transmission. We have to get the adapters for that to this. We'll have to adapt that to this, so yeah, because this is actually going to come right there and right there. And then the tranny lines will come down and around over to here, and this is where we're going to mount our transmission cooler, in this area right here on our frame rail. So yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and do that first, get that out of the way because it's up underneath the car. And then once we get that done, we'll go ahead and finish out on the other side of the transmission. We'll go ahead and finish out our connection of the shifter itself and then we'll go ahead and finish out our brake line so we can get everything done underneath the car as much as possible to move along so we can work up on top. Alright, what's going on there? I'm back. I'm back because we're working on the kit car. Let's see, I think it was 3 days ago I said that I was going to close my shop down so I can work on this car for 4 days. I was going to work on this car for 4 days. I wasn't going to do anything else, and that's what I was doing. And I told you that I was going to go ahead and install the transmission cooler, and then once that's done I was going to come back and give you a basic time frame of how long it took. My calculation was it was going to take approximately an hour and a half to get the fucker done. Well, guess what? It's day 3 and the fucking thing ain't even in the car yet because of this little bitch right here. Alright, this motherfucker right here has stalled us out because the one that I used, which they didn't have any of these, I had to use fucking adapters, 2 pieces to make one, decided to fucking break. So 3 days later, we see that the transmission's half-ass fucking installed in there. It's half-ass installed, and it's got one fucking cooling line on it that goes to the transmission. I even tried to explain that the transmission cooler itself is the best ideal transmission cooler that you can use. But here's my other fucking line right here that goes in that hole, and as you see, I've been waiting on this fitting for that. So this has been a 3-day fuck-off job just putting that on, So in the meantime, what I did is I went ahead and hooked up the shifter linkage. Now, hooking up the shifter linkage in this car was actually a pain in the ass due to the fact that the transmission is so big and bulky, being an AOD Ford transmission. You can kind of see where I cut the hole out, how close it is to the wall of the, let's say the doghouse or whatever you want to call this, the hump. And it didn't fit in there really good, so I had to cut a fucking access hole here because this fucking bolt and this arm right here was rubbing on the wall of the transmission housing inside the car. So now we're going to have to modify this opening here to make sure and ensure that, yeah, everything fucking works good without rubbing and getting sidetracked and locked up. And then, of course, being an AOD transmission, which is basically a Ford transmission, you can see right there that it takes a special fucking adapter kit to hook the linkage up, and we're talking about this piece right here. So to install that, I literally had to drop the transmission pan, take half the fucking guts out of the inside of it apart to install this piece right here. We had to take the factory one out, put this bitch inside here so we could go ahead and hook our shifter up. So yeah, that was a big fucking situation right there. That was a big fucking job. That was a half a day fucking job, dicking around underneath the car on our backs, doing everything upside down, inside out, and basically cussing and hollering and doing what we had to do to get her done. But if you look, you can see now everything is hooked up and the transmission is now working, and yeah, so that was part of the situation there. So we see right here, here's a fucking box. Here's a box of parts that I just ordered for this car. I even had these motherfuckers shipped 2-day air because I wanted to work on it for the next 4 days. Of course, we're in day 3 on this bitch, and I haven't even opened the fucking box yet. The box has not been opened, so I wasted my money on the 2-day air shipping. We got our fucking remote entry doors and our inside door latches that we got to install on the doors that we haven't even started. And then what do we got here? Wow, more fucking boxes that I paid 2-day air because we were gonna bust ass, crunch nuts, and get the shit done and do it right. But I see that these boxes aren't open either, and if we look right here, whoa, what does that tag say? Where was it? I just saw it. Yeah, right here, 2-day air, because we were gonna close the shop down for 4 fucking days and get all this shit done. What the fuck happened, and where are we at, and why? Clown hat. Why is the situation turning out to be such a fucking nightmare over this situation? Because the situation is not even a situation anymore, clown hat.
Hey, sometimes it doesn't work out as planned, man. But you know what?
Really?
That's not how it goes, dude.
So you think not working the plans out properly is our situation at hand? Even on our Chevelle back there, that you've been working on for 2.5 days, stripping down to do a makeover on. It seems like everywhere we go, everything we do is turning out to be a situation. What the fuck's going on, Clown?
But it's not about the situation, dude. It's about the finished product. So quit the bitching and let's get it done.
What about the customer that says, hey, you've had my car there for a long time. What the fuck's going on, my friend Pete?
Well, tell him,
when am I going to get my car? I'm going to die next year. Why I need my car?
Look, dude, it's not a kit car. You can see her.
It is a kit car. It is a kit car.
Yeah,
this is a fiberglass.
It speaks for itself, right? Kit car, yeah, like a little model you buy at Walmart, you know.
Oh, yeah,
you
little
put
model. That's it.
Yeah.
There you go. Snap together and drive it home.
Tell them that, exactly, dude. There you go.
How's our makeover doing over here? How's our muscle car makeover? Are we making any progress on that? What's going on there? Clown guy, fucking clown hat.
Yeah, about in the last hour and a half, dude. That's only about the only thing I got done.
I don't think that has to do anything with anything getting in obstructions getting away. I think that's what you call lazy. Yeah. One fucking piece taken off in an hour. Come on, dude. Let's get that motherfucker going over there, bud. All right, so yeah. Now we're in day 3 on this. We'll be back to see how far it's going to take us. I guarantee you, we're going to be going past our 4-day fucking situation on this fucking situation. Because the situation is always a fucking situation. And now we got Clown Hat over there cussing customers out on the phone. All right, who's on the phone now? Who is it?
Who is this?
Okay, we don't know who it is. I got to go. My friend Pete, your friend Pete. Control the situation, take care of the situation. Don't let the situation get out of your hands because the situation's gonna be there whether you want a fucking situation or not. The situation's there, the situation is a situation. And it's a situation every time you fucking turn around. Thank you, have a great fucking day. We'll be back. All right.
It's a cocksucker. It's a son of a bitch motherfucking cocksucker's what it is, cause it's a son of a bitch. It's like a fucking bastard.
Adios, amigos.